Hello, Burlesque friends, and welcome to the third episode of Vaudezilla Vision! Vaudezilla Studios is now open. Vaudezilla Studios is located at 3614 West Belmont and offers a variety of burlesque, belly dance, and yoga classes to the general public. Some of our instructors include your favorite Chicago burlesque performers like Red Hot Annie, Ray Gunn, and Jeez Louise, and we offer private workshops including May 29th, Elisa Pearls is offering a Bumps and Grinds workshop, and on June 4th, Ray Gunn is offering Elements Choreography Lab. Both of these workshops and all the information for the classes can be found on Vaudzilla's website, www.vaudzilla.com. And in other news, we have two exciting shows coming up. Broadzilla will be at Exit on Friday, May 27th, and the Show and Tell Cabaret will be at the Greenhouse Theater on June 18th. For more information, go to vaudzilla.com. This month, for April's Act of the Month, we are so delighted to honor Teddy Bear and her act, Lucky Devil, performed at Lincoln Tap Room. One of the most remarkable things about this act is that Teddy Bear, as a performer, is sort of known for doing cheeky, tongue-in-cheek sort of burlesque acts. But this act was seductive and really sexy, you know.
It really speaks to her versatility as a performer.
Absolutely. Yeah, it showed off her acrobatic skills. And the costume was absolutely breathtaking.
The costume was fantastic because when she enters in this big, elegant evening gown, you don't know what's going to happen. Like when that evening gown comes off, you don't really know what's underneath.
The magic of burlesque.
Well, and I think that's the magic of Teddy Bear. I mean, she does that a lot. It's really unexpected acts that she does, which is it's mind-blowing.
And it's a pretty simple act, too, because it's just Teddy Bear and a folding chair. And Teddy Bear exercising her acrobatic skills by, like, folding over the chair and doing splits and doing things that just make you watch her and go, oh, my God. Like,
one of my favorite parts of the act was actually the way that she interacted with her clothing, which I think is really sort of important in burlesque. Just the way that it sort of moved and she would pull and the dress would move with it, and I found that beautiful.
Yeah,
that interaction.
It was really beautiful, and the whole act is sort of marked by all of these really graceful lines that she's creating. You know, just the silhouette of the dress, and then when she takes the dress off, there's all this fringe on the costume and everything, and the way that it moves when she moves, it was fantastic, and the crowd totally went with her. They totally went for it.
Yeah. As they usually do when it is Teddy Bear.
Truth. Well, thank you so much, Teddy Bear. We're delighted to have you as part of Vaudezilla shows. Congratulations on being Act of the Month.
For this month's Hot Topic, we're talking about the explosion of Boylesque theater in the burlesque world. Essentially, these boys are making burlesque their own.
The great thing about Boylesque is that it is male performers who are getting lots of attention for what is particularly a female-centric art form, but in many ways, instead of trying to be separate performers, Boylesque performers pay homage to the fact that female burlesque performers have paved the way for them.
And they look so good doing it. Wow.
So delicious. Like the absolutely delicious Stage Door Johnnies, who we have mentioned before and we love so much. And the Stage Door Johnnies, you know, were actually sort of introduced or put together to Boylesque by Hot Toddy, who was Best Boylesque 2009 at the Miss Exotic World pageant, and Hot Toddy is a Chicagoan.
Yeah. Thank you, Hot Toddy, for the Stage Door Johnny.
Many women thank you, Hot Toddy. We also have Mr. Junior.
He does a lot more bondage too, so it adds a new dynamic to the whole Boylesque thing. I'd really appreciate.
Mr. Junior's acts are always sort of like artistic and sort of conceptual, which I love. His costumes are great.
His costumes are. I think that's what I really love about Boylesque, which I think is what helps them make it their own, is the costumes that go into it.
It's the showmanship.
There's so much showmanship. I think,
behind it, whether it's costume, choreography. These guys are paving the way and taking the reins in this
Not to mention, like, showmanship, Tito Bonito is a consummate performer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. He's such an incredible dancer, and he has a personality on stage. Not to mention, he's a cutie.
He's a cutie.
He was Act of the Month for a reason.
Yeah, for a reason.
Yeah, and one of the great things that I always love when I'm watching these Boylesque performers at shows is the fact that Boylesque performers transition seamlessly between, burlesque acts. It's great because you watch a Boylesque performer come on stage and you see all the women in the crowd go wild, like they feel like, hey, here's a little special something just for you. It's great because this sort of like popularity of Boylesque is spreading over into other things. There was a Burlesque troupe that was just founded in Boys Town.
Really?
So it's bears and cubs performing burlesque. I'm curious to see what kind of things.
Me too. I really want to see this.
And then the Stage Johnnies performed a fundraiser for the Test Positive Awareness Network, TPAN, called Lido Des Boys. And Lido Des Boys featured male and female burlesque performers. And then also part of that same fundraiser was a Best of Burlesque competition where they took all these cute bartenders and the more money that you gave them, the more photos they posted on the internet in states of undress. So, once...
Maybe we should consider that for a fundraiser.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be good for us. Actually, maybe like adopt a cause and then just take a little bit off once at a time. Yeah, I'm loving this sort of Boylesque movement because it brings something so unique to the shows in general.
Well, and I think that in empowerment, there's a lot of women empowerment in burlesque, and I think that sometimes the men get forgotten. And men need to feel good about themselves. We all have body image issues.
Right.
And they're just as celebrated as burlesque performers are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I remember I was reading about sort of the crazy routines that like male fitness models have to go through. And like male images like of what is attractive are sometimes just as strict as female images.
Sure. No
so
doubt
the
about
fact
that
like Boylesque performers can get out there, can be personal, can be entertaining, it just brings something so fun and unique to what we do.
And I think that's really great when that sort of transitions into a lot of men who may not be considering Boylesque are now considering and taking classes. And so thank you to the Boylesque performers for making it okay for men to be okay with themselves.
So let us know, you all, if you have favorite burlesque performers, Boylesque performers in the community, or if there are particular elements of Boylesque that are your favorite, like the abs. I'm sorry, personal preference. Let us know in the comments section.
Thank you for watching Vaudezilla Vision episode number 3. Please be sure to leave us your thoughts and comments in the comments section below. We'll see you next time.